Hello, and welcome to Growing Strong Roots, an occupational therapist's perspective on parenting, self regulation, and resilience. I'm your host, Leanne Bloom, owner and occupational therapist at Oak Bloom OT in Oakland, California. At Oak Bloom, we provide holistic occupational therapy for children, focusing on increasing functional life skills through interest based learning and family involvement. As a mom and a therapist working with families for many years, I've seen firsthand how overwhelming it can be to raise sturdy children. My goal is to share science-based strategies, real-life stories, and resources that can help you nourish those roots so that you and the children in your life can grow stronger, sturdier, and more resilient. Let's root down together, water those roots so individuals and families can bloom to their fullest potential. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about one of the biggest parenting challenges in our time right now, and that is screens and how it uniquely impacts your neurodivergent child or children. Let's be real. Parenting in the age of screens is intense, especially when you're raising a child with ADHD, autism, or other neurodivergent needs. I don't know about you, but I didn't grow up with an iPad constantly demanding my attention. I wasn't going into this battle of dopamine depletion and endless games and videos and apps designed to keep you hooked. But that's the reality of our children. That's what they're facing every day. The social pressure of keeping up with these games and everything, it's really tricky to navigate. And especially with a child whose brain is already low on dopamine to begin with, makes it even more difficult. As both a parent of a neurodivergent child and as a professional who's supporting families like mine, this topic comes up constantly. It's in my home, it's in my therapy sessions, and it's in the conversations I have with my friends, with other parents. So as a result, I've gone deep. I've read the research. I've listened to a bunch of podcasts. I've attended trainings, and I've played these different things out in my home. And so I'm here to share with you what we can do about it. I'm not going to take away your screen, this powerful tool for you and your child to get some real work done without replacing it with something else. And so that's really what I'm here to do. These screens can be so powerful and engaging and convenient and, like I said, a lifeline for being able to make dinner or return a phone call or just breathe for a minute. So that's all well and good, but they are creating real problems, ones that we can no longer ignore. Problems with motivation, with mood, with transitions, with self-regulation. And most importantly, it's affecting the relationship between you and your child. It's that all that conflict, no thank you. So especially in a neurodivergent brain, we have this crash, or especially a child who has a developing brain is crashing after all this screen session is going on. And it can be super intense. It can be hostile, aggressive, argumentative, or you can experience total shutdown. And it's not just about the child trying to be difficult. It's actually neurological recovery that's happening from overstimulation. The brain is trying to reset after this flood of dopamine, all that motivation, the screens that are providing for them, and transitioning into the real world is really hard. So how do we parent in a way that honors both the ease of screens and the dis-ease of screens? Let's talk about what to do instead. And so I've thought about this idea of a metaphor of a balanced plate, like we use in nutrition. And I've gotten this idea from Daniel J. Siegel's book, The Yes Brain, and I've adapted it for my purposes here. And so just like this healthy plate, we wouldn't give our kids just dessert for dinner, right? A whole plate of candy for dinner? I doubt it. But screens are like dessert. They can be fun, sweet, and satisfying. But let's do those in small amounts. Similarly, you would want to have a balanced plate of free time where we savor and anticipate the dessert so we can enjoy it more. And so, how do we create this healthy plate of free time? This balanced plate of free time just like a healthy dinner plate, will include protein, carbs, vegetables, and dessert. And it's a balance of all of those things. And it balances the brain, the body, and the nervous system with a healthy balance of all of these different things. And continuing this metaphor further, thinking about protein as being focus time. Could be the first thing that you eat on your plate, the first thing that you do in setting up this healthy, balanced plate of free time. This is thinking about learning time, puzzles, reading, Lego builds, anything more on the academic side of things that strengthen focus, build confidence, and develop deep interests. Follow your child's lead on this. They may be interested in something that's worth pursuing. Next, let's think about vegetables. This could be the biggest part on your plate. The exercise is one of the most important things. Moving the body for regulation is super important. It should be implemented in daily life as much as possible, really. Bonus if you can get it to go outside too. Anything that moves your body. Biking, jumping, roughhousing, swinging, sensory bends, you name it. It will help regulate their bodies and their emotions. It's essential. Next, let's talk about the carbs, or the creative, open-ended play. In occupational therapy, we often think about play as being one of the primary occupations, and encouraging play from pretend play, imaginative play, building forts, free drawing, inventing games, anything that's really fun and expressive and fuels imagination. And it may require some adult intervention, especially at first. And I'll call this the condiments of the plate, the healthy free time plate, and that's connection. This is talking with your child, using touch, and helping them develop that sense of what we're going to be doing, and maybe even getting them started doing it. Sharing together in this experience with laughter, cuddles, and it makes everything more digestible. At the same time, it builds trust and co-regulation. And lastly, on this dinner plate is the dessert, the smallest portion on the dinner plate, screens. Screens can be enjoyable, and when done in moderation, they can be even more delicious. When there's been a good balance of focus time, movement, creativity, connection, screens can be added as this treat. And maybe not the main dish. So how do we use this at home? Well, using your child's interests, you can sit them down and build their plate of free time. That's one thing that focuses their mind, one thing that moves their body, and one thing that engages their creativity. This is all within the connection and relationship with you, the parent. It just adds all the more spice to it. If screens are available that day, they'll have the internal regulation to handle it even better, and the resilience to recover from it as well. Okay, you ready to level up? Maybe you've tried this. Here's the level up with the healthy plate of free time model. Imagine a dessert just a few times a week. Yeah, I said it. Screen days, not having a screen on certain days. This concept of no screen days. A whole day without your child asking you, when do I get my iPad? Or battling, turning it off, that aggression and discomfort that follows all of that. Having that not be part of your routine, I suggest just starting slow, maybe one day to see how it goes. And I will acknowledge that there is some pushback in all of this. There is some pushback because you're asserting your power, and it's super important, and it's hard at first, especially for the child, but for you as well. It's worth armoring up for. It's important to stay strong, and it's worth it. So set those expectations early and hold your ground. Just like with any behavior change, it does take time and consistency and grit to get it right. Remember that you're the grown-up, you're the boss, and your child's brain will thank you. This is just the beginning. In another episode, I'll talk more about screen-related aggression and to help kids in this and parents navigate those moments without losing connection. But remember this for now. You don't need to fear screens, but you do need to lead around them. Your child is depending on you to be stronger than their screen craving, and you can do it. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.